Hi, this is Thomas with Believe in the Run.
This is Robbie with Believe in the Run.
And this is Megan with Believe in the Run.
Megan, I already drank one Electrolyte today.
You are lit.
Do you know what flavor this was?
I'm reading the labels, so yeah.
What is it?
Grape.
It is grape.
Okay, see, that's another one I probably wouldn't get down with.
Yeah, I just assume anything liquid grape in a bottle is going to taste like cough syrup.
Right.
Yeah, but delicious cough syrup.
Yeah. And you put a little codeine in there.
I will tell you, when I gave the boys an option to get an Electrolyte, my oldest went straight for the grape.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like some people, they're into grape or you're not into grape. But it's very polarizing. I don't think there's people that are like, grape's okay.
So far, Meg, we've learned that you don't like coconut. You don't like grape. What flavor?
Luckily, there's 14 flavors.
15.
15.
There's 15 flavors. I mentioned this last time, but the strawberry kiwi one is very good. The mango one's good. I haven't tried this blue raspberry situation you have here on the table.
Oh, that sounds
try
like
it. I'll crack it out.
Is that like the Glacier Ice Gatorade? Not to mention another.
Yeah,
brand.
I don't know about that. Yeah, this is taste.
I'm so nervous you're going to spill it on our keyboard.
Oh,
Taste it.
I can't. Drinks over keyboards,
That should be the name of your next
band.
band. Drinks over keyboards.
That one's pretty good.
That'd be good. Double entendre.
Yeah.
You could also do like keyboards like.
Yeah, I like that.
I like it. Lounge singer Robbie. You might be wondering why we're talking about Electrolyte, Meg.
Yeah, they are, again, a sponsor this week. We've been chatting them up and drinking a lot of them.
Oh, this one tastes straight like icy pop.
Yeah, that's exactly what that tastes like.
Robbie, if I pour some of this into either this bottle or this cap, would you taste it?
Yeah.
Which do you prefer?
The blue ice.
No, which do you prefer, the bottle or the cap?
Oh, the
bottle, dude. Put it in a bottle.
Yeah, I guess
you
the
can't
bottle.
drink
All
from a
right, I'll
tiny
get-
I was
cap.
trying to think of one to simulate doing a shot or not. Shotornot.com.
Okay, close your eyes. Pretend it's a hot summer day. You're around 12 years old. You're running around. You're like, I really want an icy pop.
Okay. Ooh, icy pops were the jam.
Okay, his eyes are closed. He's drinking.
That does taste like the juice in the bottom of an icy pop.
Right?
With
Just
a
took
little
you
bit of
back a little
salt.
bit.
Yeah. When you ate an icy pop, were you one that just ate the popsicle straight up, or did you try and melt the whole thing?
No, melting was the worst.
Oh, really? You mean
The melted part was too sweet. You needed the ice in
that
there.
was the best part?
Oh, jeez.
Is that not the best part?
I was
Thomas?
a middle grounder. I let nature take
Same.
its course.
Yeah.
But that last shot,
That was too much.
that was like the sweet kiss of, like it was the end. Like you did your icy. You probably got a little bit of frozen throat because you can't control yourself with those things.
Yeah.
And then it's down and there's nothing left. And there's a little bit of sadness in you that you've completed the icy pop.
The worst is like you have to kind of let it melt a little bit to start pushing it. And if you really want that popsicle and it's straight out of the freezer, you're just trying to chew the top off.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
And then you get the cut lip from doing it.
Yeah.
All right. But I'm sure Electrolyte, you don't have to worry about cutting your lips.
You can just twist that top right off.
Yeah. Unless you freeze it. Then, which I don't
Then that's
know.
a whole nother situation.
I don't know. The salt level's so high in that it might not even freeze.
Oh, it'll freeze.
Okay.
It'll definitely freeze.
not like the-
But yeah, speaking of salt, it is formulated with the optimum balance of electrolytes, including sodium, magnesium, potassium, and calcium.
Do you think if you had a full lake full of that beverage, which would look very tropical and cool,
Are you saying like a wave pool?
do you think you could float in it like the Great Salt Lake, that kind of thing?
I don't know what
You're
the
going to be
density.
buoyant in that thing for sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know what the density of the Great Salt Lake is. So I'd need that. Maybe you could look that up on the Google machine.
I think it's buoyancy is the word you're looking for.
Yeah, but
I like that.
The
you
density.
want to say that again?
Booyah. The booyakasha. The density, well, the density of the salt compared to the buoyancy of the mass in the salt. Just throwing out terms there
Okay.
that make no sense.
It's in the computer. Anyhow, hey, guess what? This is our podcast about running and all things, including getting lit, and that we talk about on a weekly basis. Uneventful week, but very eventful.
Oh.
Like, I feel like we didn't this week was a down week that we weren't traveling someplace or doing something, but I feel like a lot still happened.
Yeah.
What did happen?
At least for me, anyway.
Wait, well, let's start with you then, because
Yeah.
I'm interested to hear what happened.
Tell us what happened,
All
Thomas.
right. So you know Jeremy Ardenoy.
Yeah.
He's probably one of the top runners in the DC,
Not probably, definitely.
Baltimore
Yeah,
metro
for sure.
area. And the guy has had some injuries that have, affected his running and his time off. And I finally, with my foot, I was like, I can't take it anymore. It's months now that I've been doing the up and down with the thing. So I was like, talked to Jeremy, and he had an orthopedist that he recommended. So I finally went to the orthopedist,
Mm-hmm.
and it was kind of cool. It was bad, but kind of cool at the same time.
Now, that's different from an ornithologist that studies birds, right?
You mean robots?
Isn't an ornithologist a bird studier?
Robot studier.
Are you sure about that?
Robot studier.
Are you really not tying this together?
Birds aren't real, fool.
Oh, the robot.
Oh my
I
God.
was like,
I thought you were joking.
no.
Oh my God.
Thank you, Megan, for
I was
being
like-
on board.
I couldn't fathom that he couldn't fathom
I know.
that.
I was waiting for his eyes to open.
It's been a while since we've done the birds and robots thing. Maybe I've been brainwashed by a bird.
You have. I saw one staring at you.
The birds that sound like car alarms outside your window, maybe they finally got to me.
They did. They're like, enough.
All right.
That just blew my mind.
Anyway, so I go to the orthopedist,
Sorry. Honestly, I feel bad about that. All right.
and
continue.
we took X-rays.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you have to wear
No.
one of those dentist vests?
No, because it was my foot.
Oh, I still would ask for the vest.
Yeah.
It's like a weighted
It is
blanket.
like a weighted blanket. We were just talking about those.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were. On Fuel for the Soul. No, so we got the X-ray, and remember when I said it felt like it reminded me of when I had a stress fracture?
Yeah.
Turns out
No.
that I had, like, the bone had healed, but it looks like I was getting close to a stress fracture on my second metatarsal. You could see on the third one where I had done it years ago, but
So did you did have a stress fracture before?
I have.
And
I had
and you
a
knew
third
that you
one.
had one before?
Oh yeah, I had to wear
Oh.
a boot and do the whole thing.
Oh, that's right. That happened. Okay. Yeah.
And this time I was like, I don't know, it's moving around. I don't think it's a broken foot. And I talked to, some PT people, and they're like, that doesn't sound like a stress fracture or anything like that. So, but according to you could see like where the bone expanded and then healed over. So she said, I told her what I had done. I said that, I ran, and when it started to feel bad, I would cut back the mileage, get on the bike, do the lever, do all this stuff. She's like, you probably saved your foot. She's like, doing that and shutting it down and kind of like restarting was what kept it was able to heal.
Okay.
And she said if it wasn't, you'd see all these like gray lines in it where it was the stress. She goes, but you actually look like you're pretty good to go right now.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you don't have a stress fracture.
I do not, but it's first time in my history of running that I had the self-control to stop when something didn't feel good, back off,
Yeah.
and then do it. So the last like 3-4 months have been on and off since the Brooklyn half.
Right.
Brooklyn half, I'm lucky I got out of that with my foot
Yeah.
because that was maximum pain at that point.
Yeah.
Um,
And there's a lot of cannibals along that course. So
There
you
are.
made it out alive.
yeah. And so, yeah, I don't remember
even know
but
that.
It was cool.
So you're actually good. So I don't understand. It hurts, but you're good?
That's the weird thing is I still have some aching in the foot, which I don't know what that is. It could just be tendon working on it. But she was like so cool. She was like, look, you can here's my email address. She's like, go and do your regular Saturday run. And if it doesn't feel good, call me. We'll do an MRI or we'll do some gait analysis and stuff. Cause I showed her my picture from Falmouth where my foot is like turning inwards. She's like, yeah, you should probably get that fixed.
Is that your weird foot?
Yeah, it's the foot it's the same one.
Yeah. Okay.
So she gave me her email address, and I just wrote her back at the end of the weekend, said, hey, my run went well.
Oh, so it did
just
go
letting you
well.
know.
The Saturday run? Or
Yeah, I mean,
the long run?
I felt good. I ran in the shoe that we're gonna be talking about
What
here
else
in a
did you
second.
run in?
What? Wait, what?
I said, what else did you run in?
What did I run in?
Never mind.
No, you can't
I'm
leave.
so confused.
Yeah.
On Saturday for your long run?
Yeah.
What'd you run in?
I
Is
can't,
it a clothing item?
No.
Oh.
I can't even think of what she's talking.
It's something you took beforehand.
Oh, we're not talking about that.
Oh, snap. Okay. All right. Yeah, we might get flagged. Off the record, maybe we'll talk about that one.
Yeah.
Thomas's new path to success. Road to New York City.
Exactly.
Swing by. Anyways, so that's cool. That's good. That's good news.
It was good, but I have to say, I'm gonna save this lady.
Like
for-
she needs to be saved.
No,
Oh,
but like if I say her name on this podcast,
uh-huh.
everybody's gonna go to her because she was the coolest. Like she was like, keep running.
Well, it was the
Do
first
this.
time when Thomas came back from a doctor that when he was talking about her responses, like you could tell she got runners.
Right.
Like she understood runners. She knew like he's not going to take off. Like she talked to you like
But hold on.
someone who understands running.
Yeah.
That is always very rare to find and awesome. So you're telling me you don't want to mention her name because she doesn't like getting business?
No, I'm saying if say that I gave out the name on the podcast,
Yeah.
everybody
You
in
think so?
this area would want to go to her.
Okay.
And you
'Cause
want to
she's the
save her
best.
for yourself?
And I'm like, Robbie could get injured. I need to like if I give her name out to everybody.
Wow, you thought of me? Because you're like, Robbie's going to get injured in the next month, and he's going to need to go there, and she's going to be full.
Yeah, I don't want her to be all booked up.
Wow, I appreciate
For
that.
me either. But yeah, like, okay. So, I told her about how much we were doing and like the races that we've run and this and that, and kind of like how much I put or asked my feet and body to do, and especially at my age. And then I also said, look, I want to be long-term. I want to be able to, be running when I'm 80.
Yeah.
And
Oh, wow. It's a long timeline. Yeah.
And she did not flinch and was like,
Really?
okay. And she's like, here's the things that we need to look at to keep you healthy and keep you running.
I just assume you'd be in one of those reclined bicycle things at that point.
I've seen a couple of those in the park.
Yeah. I can't tell if it's exercise or relaxation. Is it?
Because they're leaned back so far?
Yeah. I'm like, it doesn't look like you're doing anything.
The funny thing is they put flags on them. So you
Well,
can
they
see
have
them.
to.
I love
Otherwise, you'll get hit by a car.
Yeah,
or
but they're
something.
getting creative. They're not just the orange flag anymore. Now they got like ones that look like little kites.
Oh,
Some of
it's almost like you're sailing across the ocean, but you're really just on a local bike path.
Yeah.
Nice.
I've seen them in Patterson Park.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm back to regular training. So I'm excited. Like this week, I was able to get for our train to NYC, which I need to write.
Yeah, I was gonna
thing.
say I wouldn't know because you haven't written your.
I
info.
gotta
Oh,
do that.
snap.
I gotta do it. But I did 33 miles, which is an well, not really. 2 weeks in a row that I've been able to do that. But I'm confident now. I had my coach put back in speed work and stuff like that, so that I can start actually building for New York City. So I'm
Is
pumped.
Megan your coach?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Thought it was.
I like to keep it separate.
I like.
Like we got our work relationship, we got a marriage, and then we also
Coach.
have a coaching thing.
athlete.
Yeah,
Wow, it's like you're role playing your whole life.
pretty much.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
except it's real.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways,
Poor Megan.
yeah.
But yeah, excited to start kicking it up. Doing
Cool.
it.
I like it.
What about you, Robbie?
Well,
How's running?
it's been actually pretty good. I feel like Falmouth
Kicked it off?
Yeah, it helped me feel better.
I saw you running one morning.
Did you?
Yeah.
Um.
I waved to you. You waved back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a cool moment.
Yeah, it was.
And no, it's been pretty good. I think I ran 27 miles last week, which was good enough for me. I ran
For me.
I ran a long run, which is a 12-mile long
Oh,
run,
you did?
which is what mattered the
Where'd you do that?
Alpin, PA. So I ran it with two like Believe in the Run fan people. So one is, remember I was at an Orioles game and somebody was sitting like 2 rows behind me and recognized me. Well, he was from Harrisburg, so I was like, I had a couple drinks, and I said, yeah, next time I'm up there, let me get your number. I'll like text you and like go on a run, which was true, but you know. And then I did, and so he came out, and then this other guy who, like, I think we talked about him before. His name's Andy. He listens to the podcast. Shout out. He used to be a fan of the band I was in back in the day, and then he was a fan of Believe in the Run, and then he connected
Put it together.
Yeah, and then so he came out. And so
Okay, wait, I have a
3 of
question.
us.
Are you ever like nervous? Like, you've never run with these people before.
Right.
What if they're like 6-minute milers, or what if they're like
Well-
16-minute milers?
Well, he did say he was slower. So the one guy, Brian, but it's spelled with an O, so it's like Brian. And he has cystic fibrosis. Do you know what that is? Because I didn't know what
I
it
heard
was.
of it. I don't know what it is.
It kind of falls into those. For me, it's like there's a lot of those 2-letter conditions that I feel like I get them all mixed up.
Okay, so what's this one?
So this is where it's a genetic disease. What's a condition that you have limited lung capacity? So like he had for a lot of his life, he was at like 30% lung capacity.
What do you do for that?
So I think you can take some drugs, but he said he wanted to try getting into running to see if that would help, and it did. Now he has 56% lung capacity, but he still ran. He was like, "I'm just warning you, I run like a 9:30 to 10:30 mile." I was like, "That's fine for a long run, whatever." And we ran like 10-minute miles, but like think about it, 10-minute miles with 50% lung capacity is pretty crazy.
I don't even know what that means.
Yeah. Put a bag over your head and
Cut
see
out
how
one
far
of,
you can
well,
run.
I mean, imagine cutting out one of your lungs. I feel like that's going to be hard to run on.
I haven't done that either, but
Yeah.
I mean, how do I know I don't?
I have a feeling you know.
You know how much lung you use? I've never tested my lungs.
Well, I mean, I don't
maybe
know.
like when you have
What if, Robbie, you're only use 40%?
I don't think that.
like you only use 20%
I think I
of your
would
heart?
notice.
Yeah.
But anyways, so that was, yeah. I definitely only use 40% of my brain. But I need that Bradley Cooper pill. What's that movie where he takes
I
that
love
pill?
that idea of that movie, but then you turn into a crack addict.
Oh, is that what happened?
I mean,
'Cause
basically,
all your
you need to just keep taking more and more.
I mean, that was just basically fentanyl that you didn't die on, right?
I think it was an Adderall.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was that called?
Illuminated. I don't know.
No, it was a one word like
Yeah.
brain
It's
rush.
like transcendence.
Yeah, or something like that.
Anyway, so yeah, I went running with them. It was pretty nice. It's a place I really like to run at home where it's shaded the whole way.
Nice.
So
I mean,
it's
here's
just
the
tree
crazy
tunnels.
thing. Like Robbie in Baltimore, solo runner. Robbie in Harrisburg.
I'm not a solo runner though. I just in the week I run such weird times. I feel like that. Like I either get up really early, or I'll run. I don't know, just like after I drop my kids off at school for 5 miles, or so it's just random. It's never like the time when people run, like when you run. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Well, it is. You could have done the CDL run.
yeah, I forgot about that. I just forgot. I literally wanted to run it, and then I just forgot that it happened. But and that's not the commercial driver's license run. That's a different thing we did.
Cave de Leon.
So, but anyways, so it was good. It was good running. Felt good. I ran in the Solomon Phantasm S-Lab.
Yeah, the
S-Lab
red and white
2.
one.
Yeah, their new race day shoe, which like it wasn't a great
10-minute mile shoe.
right 10 miles on rail crushed gravel.
Yeah.
Not really the
Yeah.
ideal surface.
That
So
is absolutely not what that shoe is made for.
I'm not counting it as towards the review, but went to see how I felt. It felt good. I did want to say, well, first off, shout out the one guy who ran with us, Andy. He hooked me up with some tickets to the O's game tonight, so
Nice.
Oh, wow.
I'm pretty excited about that.
I don't even. How are you even working today? Like, you usually get so excited.
It's all
It's coming.
it's contained
Did you get a bobblehead?
tonight.
No, there's like the other night.
Oh
there's
no,
bobblehead.
yeah,
Okay.
because it wasn't there.
All right, first check-in. Man, you're in for a ride today on this podcast. We're all over the place. But we appreciate you being here. And what I want you to think about right now is, man, we're getting towards marathon season. So if you're not training for a marathon right now, you're at least hearing people talk about it. And, we're in that thick of it. So whether you're running Berlin, Chicago, New York, you're going to start seeing people rack up those miles. And man, isn't it kind of like FOMO when you see that? You see their Strava and the numbers are going up. Just remember to stay with your own training. Do your easy runs easy. Don't worry about the mileage. It'll come. And just let people do their thing. You do your thing.
Can I tell the story that I told you guys last week, just in case that person's listening to this podcast?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do it.
So
remember the story.
Here you go.
I had to pick my kids up from aftercare at school last week. I was driving home on the street. It's one way. I drive it every single day or ride my bike on it every single day. In this case, I was driving as slow as I could go with still driving a car, like 15 miles an hour. And, there's like a lot of side streets that come off this because we're in, like Baltimore, so there's alley streets. And as I'm driving past one slowly, I see a runner like slam one of his brakes right beside my car. And he was kind of in my blind spot where you're like your window frame meets your windows,
Frame meets body.
Yeah. And I have my window down and he yells at me and he's like, dude, you just ran a stop sign. And I'm going so slow I can have a conversation with him without even tapping the brakes. And I just looked at him and was like, dude, there's no stop sign back there. And which there isn't, because all the stop signs on the street have stop bars and everything. And so I kept going and he's still yelling after me like, you ran I don't know if he swore or whatever, but you ran a stop sign. And I'm yelling back. I'm like, there wasn't a stop sign back there. And I want it so bad, like there's so many life regrets that you have, like to just go around the block and stop, or just stop my car right there and get out and just say, gentleman's bet, $50 straight up. You check, see if there's a stop sign. If you lose, you have to pay me $50 and see if he would have taken that bet. Cause I think he would have. And that's free $50 that I missed out on.
He wouldn't have given it to you.
You don't think so?
No.
But
he sounds ragey.
The part that I was mad about was that I'm always a runner having to deal with asshole drivers running through stop signs. And now I have to, now I was the one
Falsely
time
accused.
I'm a driver dealing with an asshole runner who ran a stop sign and blaming me for running a stop sign. So if you're listening to this, whoever you are, guy, wearing a black t-shirt, running on Foster, I want that money.
All right.
Pay up.
The mustache has spoken.
But anyways, so I don't know. Maybe he was on a long run and had long runner's brain.
Yeah.
He sounds like he was out of fuel.
Because there was like a do not enter sign, and it looked maybe like behind that was a stop sign.
And he was like, I own this road.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know, speaking of long runs, do you know how many miles Meg ran last week?
Yeah, a lot. I don't know. It's always more than 80.
No, it was 80 last week.
Okay.
But this week, guess what it is?
I think you told me, so I think I already
More.
know. 94?
It's going to be between there and
100.
somewhere above there. Okay, no, but you know what? I realized this past week, my long run, which is 22 miles, fell on a Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
You get so much more respect for a long run on a Wednesday than a Saturday or Sunday.
So all of you people without jobs out there, don't wait till Saturday.
Yeah, do it on a weekday, and people will think you're incredible.
Whenever I see people on the freeway or on the expressway, and it's like a regular day, and they have like their car loaded up with mountain bikes and kayaks and stuff, and you're like, where are you going?
Yeah.
Like, this is a work day. And they're so happy inside. They've loaded up. They're going someplace. They're like, screw that.
Yeah.
Do you think they're on vacation, or this is just like their day?
Well, that's what I feel about you doing the long run. It's like everybody's
We were still
like,
in here at like normal time.
I know, but it's like, that's why there's that. I think you get the extra kudos because it's like you're breaking the rules. Like it's unconventional.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't even know that. Now I actually felt a little bit bad about it because I realized I was working with you that day and didn't congratulate you or anything.
Yeah,
It's
we tried to
external.
we tried to get her a T-shirt and a medal.
Yeah.
Yeah, next time I expect some sort of medallion.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're getting up into mileage that's like crazy on a thermometer, that's how you know it's
That's when it's
getting
good.
Like
real.
above
Yeah.
fever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you're getting into
Well, at 27, you're also getting into bad thermometer area.
true.
That's pretty cool.
True. Yeah, on both ends.
That's
Both ends of
dead.
the spectrum. Yeah. Yeah.
Marathon training by the thermometer.
That's how
You want to
also-
be in the living area.
That's how you also know that. Yeah. Yeah, you want to get into the Pacific Northwest climate for your both your runs and your mileage.
Oh, yeah.
But do you think you're gonna make it? Do you think you'll ever get up to like the, what's like a really bad disease, like a disease that has a really high fever? What's dengue fever? What is that?
I don't know.
Did you just make that up?
No, that's a real thing.
The
Dengue.
dengue. I think
Dengue?
it is dengue fever. Alex Trebek. What is dengue?
Breakbone fever. That sounds terrible.
Ooh, that does sound pretty bad.
That's so, you're so feverish, you break bones.
It's from a mosquito bite.
Okay, so maybe you'll get to that level at some point.
So you know how people are afraid of sharks? More mosquitoes kill people than sharks ever have.
Oh yeah, there's got to be so many more.
Yeah, but sharks are terrifying.
Like
But-
why? Okay, in
but
the
you be-
ecosystem, why do we need mosquitoes? Like, is there that many birds eating them? Is that? I
Well,
mean,
bats love them. I know that.
do they? Would they need to work harder then?
Um,
Because like I should never see a mosquito.
yeah, mosquitoes and rats. I feel like there needs to be a better explanation for their existence. But more people die from mosquito bites, but also more people encounter mosquitoes like every day.
That's
That's
because you don't have to learn how to swim to meet it.
Sharks are very avoidable. You don't go in the water.
But megalodons can apparently jump out of the water and get you.
I don't know, but man, sometimes I'll just see people finding teeth like in Florida and stuff. That makes me so jealous because imagine if you just found a shark tooth that was the size of your hand.
I haven't seen that,
Kind
but
of necklace you can make with that.
Would it be a necklace or a medallion at that point?
Yeah, meg metal. Yeah.
Yeah, some people are really good
Megalion.
at finding shark teeth on the beach. I am the worst at it.
I think sometimes I feel like maybe I'm getting tricked or something because
I agree. I spent a lot of time on probably the
Same.
same beach that you're on in Amelia Island or
Yeah.
Fernandina. And
it's not a highly trafficked
no,
beach.
it's very quiet. Not a lot of people.
And I mean, I'll even take my kids sand, what do you call it? Like panning for gold thing.
Panning for teeth.
And yeah, and I'll go for like an hour and can't find any shark teeth
I haven't found one.
ever.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I go, and her mom who goes on the beach and she's like, beep.
No.
There you go.
Really?
Some people just find them. Some people have the eye. I don't have it.
I have an eye for finding like
Trash.
heroin needles
Yeah.
on the ground instead of shark teeth. So I'm glad I've been blessed with that.
They're almost as dangerous.
Yeah.
Do you think one day you'll be that guy with the metal detector out on the beach?
Oh, I would love to be. I mean, when I was a kid, all I wanted was a good metal detector, which I got a metal detector, wasn't that great. And I just found like a couple nails in my backyard. It wasn't even that great, but I've always wanted to be that guy. Yeah.
You got to go to the beach. You
I
can't
think-
go in your backyard.
But I think metal detectors, I think it's another thing like water beds where they used to be cool in the 80s, early 90s, and now they're just not.
pretty
anymore.
sure metal detectors were never cool.
I wouldn't say they were cool,
Agree
but
to
I
disagree.
do feel that there was a time where metal detectors had like a moment.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people, like you go to Radio Shack and they were like,
I had one from Radio
"Oh,
Shack.
there you go.
Yeah, that was the one good one I had, and then I don't even know what happened to it. I think my dad probably shut the garage door on it and broke it in half.
Talk about a shit show. Radio Shack used to be it had the coolest stuff and then nothing.
Yeah, I
Like-
mean you could get anything there.
Anything for electronics.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you need to fix a tube amp, you are set.
According to Google, the 1950s and 60s was when metal detecting was popular as a hobby.
Was there a word for people who metal detected?
Yeah, that's just having a child hang them upside down with a magnet on their head. That's probably what they were doing back then. That's because what kind of detection was actually? Oh, that's probably when they were looking for mines that weren't blown up yet.
No, but they're saying that's when it also became popular as a hobby.
Well, think about it. The technology came from
A detectorist.
World War II.
there's actually a pretty good BBC show called detectorists.
Oh.
It's pretty funny. It's one of the guys from the British Office and plays Gareth in that show, and then a couple other people. It's a pretty good show. Anyways,
Sounds like a great
It's
show.
about their detectorists. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know.
I just don't think people are losing Rolexes on the beach enough
I think
for me to go get a metal detector.
And I think a lot of the pirate gold has maybe already come ashore, maybe.
Yeah.
But I you know what I was getting into on YouTube, kind of one of those spirals was magnet fishing.
How does that work?
So it's like I think it's like a rope with a heavy duty magnet on the end.
Oh, you mean to like pull stuff out of the water?
Out of the water, yeah.
I think that's how they get the scooters out of the Baltimore.
It is, yeah. But so people will go to places where maybe there's a lot of crime and just pull out guns, bags of jewelry, like crazy stuff.
Oh, that sounds
Where
fun.
is this happening?
Probably New York.
I think there's actually a meetup in Fells Point on, I think, Thursday nights that fishes, and they found a gun before. But they go magnet fishing.
Now, do you turn that gun in?
I guess it depends how nice of a gun it is. Yeah, I think you have to. But if you went by the Hanover Street Bridge and went magnet fishing over there, dude, you probably pull up enough guns to fund like the next generation.
Wait, which one's a Hanover? Oh, that's the one that we ran over?
Yeah, the one that goes from South Baltimore to Curtis, like Cherry Hill.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, dude, there's so many guns in that water because it's such a hard, like it's like a, like you just throw them right over the bridge.
So you're saying we should get some scuba gear.
Or just a boat,
Mount up.
little Boston
All right.
Whaler or something. Yeah. I mean, that is the kind of thing where I could get into that.
Come home.
I mean, it's treasure hunting, really.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, guns are expensive.
Yeah. Or other stuff. Who knows what could be in there? I don't know.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else but nails.
I mean, yeah, now that you mention it, I don't
Probably
know.
get a lot of nails.
There's a lot of railroad
nuts.
spikes.
Yeah.
For no reason.
I hope you're enjoying your run right now. If you're out there.
Yep. If you see me magnet fishing along the water, give me a
Do
shout out.
you know how you can find gold in your house without any kind of detector or magnets?
I feel like you're trying to make a segue
This
here
is
that's going to be
It's
ridiculous.
definitely a product pitch.
No, it's Megan's Bagels.
I don't see the connection.
They,
Like figurative gold.
yeah,
You're not putting gold flakes on your. You know how like
that would be good.
when people put gold flakes on a burgers or things like that.
Or in their vodka.
Yeah, what's that all about?
It's rich. You're super wealthy.
Real traces of gold.
Is it real gold?
Yeah.
I
The whole
can't
thing with
believe that.
Goldschlager was that it was some real gold put into the bottle. I mean, you know that gold like leaf stuff?
Yeah,
I think there's gold in that. Is it gold?
there's just
Real gold of edible purity is perfectly safe to eat as it just passes through the body.
Nice.
I just don't
So
understand
then
how
you
there's
have gold.
so much gold in the world when I've been told that there's so little gold in the world.
That's to keep you under the thumb.
I read somewhere that the amount of gold in the world is equal to like the first 15 feet of the Washington Monument or something like that.
That doesn't sound like a
if you
ton.
put it all together.
That doesn't sound like a lot.
I know. That's why I'm saying I feel like I've been lied to about that.
I definitely think you've been lied to because I'm sure Fort Knox has enough gold that it would go.
Yeah, man. Central banks.
Dude, have you been to New York City? Just go into one of those jewelry stores.
I have been to New York City. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I'd like a real number about how much gold there is in the world. But speaking of, and I want to get back to Meg's Bagels, but
Did you make them?
did you see? Oh man, I just crossed my wires there.
Sorry.
I don't have gold wires going on in here. That's straight
Continue, and then we can
stainless
talk
steel
about it.
copper yeah. Did you see the gold A6 Super Blast?
I
Yeah,
did.
yeah,
Those are pretty
that
sick.
looks nice.
Yeah, that was a good move.
Was a good move.
I like how it said 1 of 1. I'm like, I'm pretty sure you can just spray paint your shoes to do exactly that.
I mean, that's how we did those Mario trophies.
yeah. So I didn't make your bagels yet. I saw that some people have, but you put out the recipe last week on the website, and it looked pretty easy.
Robbie, there was we got 50 people sending us bagels.
People are making the bagels.
Oh, like photos.
Like it's insane.
In fact, I'm gonna check in with Jen Scramenti right now because she sent me a photo of her bow dog.
Her bow dog.
Oh, you got the stainless steel wiring.
What is a bow dog?
I sure do. I don't even know what I was trying to say there.
Blip.
Her dough.
Her dough.
And
Bagel dough is probably what you're trying to say.
I think
bow
so.
dough.
I like it.
I like it. Yeah. So we got several pictures of people doing it, which is kind of crazy if you think about it.
But you said 50 and then you said several.
It could have been more than 50.
Oh, which was the more accurate one?
Probably above 50.
I was pretty
Wow.
impressed with people's we put it up there last week and people made them all weekend.
Well, that's the thing. You got to do a little prep. You got to get the ingredients. And you recommended the bread flour, right? Because I think that makes a difference.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean the bread flour?
Well, I didn't say the brand. Just bread flour over regular flour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There's pizza flour.
Uh-huh.
If you make pizza with regular bread flour, it doesn't taste as good. You make it with the pizza flour, now you're talking. I couldn't believe how much difference. We could do a whole, you know how we talk about shoes and foams and stuff? We could do a whole thing on flour.
Believe in the flour?
Yeah. Flour power.
I think that would just be one episode and then that'd be good.
Yeah. Well, it depends what kind of flours you're getting into, because Thomas could be more than one episode. True. But anyways, so you made the flour that goes into bagels.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's a higher protein than
That's what
regular flour.
And that's just for all bagels or just for your kind of bagels?
That's what you want to use for all bagels, for the most part.
Really? That has higher protein in it. Mm-hmm. Why is that?
There's a whole science behind it that.
Huh. They looked good. I'm definitely gonna try it out. Now,
who's the baker in your house? You or Kimmy?
I have baked. I've made the Meg Featherston muffins and things like that.
That's okay.
What?
Like the blender? You put everything in a blender?
Do you put it in a blender for that?
Yeah.
It's a blender muffin.
Okay, we'll count it.
I'm not a baker. I'm not a baker by
trade.
I don't bake cakes and cookies. I'm just not that into them.
Yeah,
so,
no, me neither.
My mom has always baked a ton, and my sister and I would say Kimmy does more than me though. Yeah.
All right, so get Kimmy the recipe.
Yeah, get her on the bagels.
Yeah, and she everyone loves bagels, so I'm into it. Now, if you could, what's your perfect breakfast sandwich? Is it just a bagel and cream cheese? Is it?
No, I'm gonna go classic bacon, egg, and cheese.
Okay.
I like that. I would probably go sausage, egg, and cheese.
Now,
my favorite bagel is I have her making jalapeno parmesan.
Okay. Now, is it scrambled egg or just what's the egg situation?
I don't mind fried.
Okay.
You can go fried.
And then thick cut bacon.
No, because I want to be able to bite it. And sometimes when you get that thick cut,
True.
you get hung up and then you pull a whole slide of bacon out and you're like, just ruin my sandwich.
Yeah. And now, do you put any condiments on that as well?
I assume there's butter on it.
Hot sauce.
Hot sauce. I'll do
mayonnaise
a
or
hot sauce.
anything?
Oh, mayonnaise. Oh, my gosh.
You know what?
It's disgusting.
Okay.
I want to try. Really?
Wait, you put mayonnaise on your egg sandwich?
Yeah, but if you mix it with, say, mix a little aioli type situation.
Aioli.
Wait,
mayonnaise.
you're putting mayonnaise and aioli?
Well, aioli is mayonnaise.
That's what I'm thinking.
I'm just saying, if you do that.
Egg salad sandwiches are mayonnaise.
Yeah. Put some hot sauce or something like that. Actually, usually I just put hot sauce maybe or something like that on it.
Okay, that versus mayonnaise is very different.
Yeah, maybe I do a little bit of each.
Okay.
Mix it up, mix it in there.
I'm not a mayonnaise hater the way Megan is.
Yeah, I'm not I used to be way into mayonnaise, but I'm probably dialed it back. But I appreciate a good dollop from time to time.
Now they got the squeeze bottles.
Yeah, man. I petitioned for the squeeze bottle for years before that happened. And especially with this sour cream squeeze bottle, that was, boom, changed the game.
Right?
From morning to night
Okay.
right there.
Megan, what would you rather have? A teaspoon or tablespoon of mayonnaise or of sour cream?
Sour cream.
Oh, sour cream, like straight up head to
Yeah.
head sour cream.
Yeah.
But on a type of
Taco?
sandwich, then yeah. I mean, tacos obviously sour cream. But
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's doing mayonnaise on tacos, right?
Ugh, let's hope not.
That'd be weird.
If you're eating mayonnaise tacos, let us know.
Why would that be weird though? It seems like it would work. I don't know.
I don't think so.
But well, have you? So
People listening to this and running.
So
right
what
now
I'm
are
mad
dying.
about, yeah, what I'm mad about is that I tried to turn you on to Taylor Ham, but it's like basically spam. But New Jersey people from New Jersey are really into it, and we ordered it once when we were in Boston. Like it was like pork roll, egg, and cheese sandwich. But I was so mad because it wasn't good. They didn't fry it. They just straight up cut it and put it on, which is gross. Like you don't want raw spam. I mean, I guess it's cooked, but you got to fry that up. That's a salty meat.
Crisp it up.
Yeah. And so they really failed on that. And now I'm unsure if you're ever going to go back to it.
To that place?
No, just to try a Taylor egg and cheese.
Oh, for me?
Yeah.
I would.
Okay.
Dude, I'll eat spam.
All right, cool.
Like, I don't care.
All right, we're on to it.
I eat Scrapple. That's got to be the grossest thing that you can possibly do, and I eat that.
I'm not very into Scrapple. My family loves it. They make it.
Yeah.
And
let's just tell people what is in Scrapple. It's basically head meat mixed with cornmeal.
Yeah, exactly. It's essentially all the stuff you don't use that's like boiled down and then mixed with cornmeal and then like poured into containers. But my family makes it they make it like in a big kettle outside. It's like Amish style.
Oh wow!
Over an open fire.
That's some crazy stuff right there.
Wild.
Meg, would you eat head meat?
No.
Face meat? No, none of that. Okay.
Yeah, I mean Thomas had plenty of that available a couple months ago.
Yeah.
What?
When his face was falling off.
Yeah, the nuclear stuff.
Yeah.
All right, second check-in. I'm kind of wondering if you're getting enough sleep. I saw you there. Were you yawning because Robbie was droning on about one of his stories again? Or were you not getting enough sleep? I'm going to guess it's the other because Robbie's endlessly entertaining. So you need to make sure that you're getting, I don't know, I think they say 6 to 8 hours a night. And if you have one of them watches or something, you can track it. But make sure you're getting some rest. Get that rest. It helps with the training. Your paces will get faster.
All right, so next weekend we're heading up to New York City with the Train to NYC crew. We are going to be running/racing the 5th Ave Mile on Sunday the 10th, and we are hosting a shakeout run the day before, Saturday the 9th. It will be out of the New York Roadrunners Run Center featuring the New Balance Run Hub. It's starting at 8 a.m., but you're going to want to get there early if you want to try on some shoes.
Also, we are giving away a super piece of custom Believe in the Run swag.
Are we announcing that or just telling people?
I mean, why not tell them? It's basically like, you know those sling bags that everybody's using these days?
Are we allowed to say the brand?
Yeah.
No. Wait, time out. It doesn't have Boko gear on it.
No, I was thinking Lululemon.
Yeah.
Oh.
Are we allowed to say it looks like that?
You could say it looks like one of them Lululemon bags. You can say it.
Lululemon everywhere belt.
All right. So we're giving away a sweet custom swag that we've if you're going to recognize the colors on the swag when we get to the New York City event. I don't want to tell you too much more about that. But Meg, what kind of bag is it?
It's a sling bag. It looks a lot like one of those Lululemon bags. It's awesome.
Yeah. So it's got a thicker strap. You throw it over one shoulder, and then it has like 2 pockets, so you could put like your wallet in one and your sunglasses, phone stuff in the other one.
And we're just giving those away?
We're just giving those away. The first, I think, 200.
Yeah, so we'll have an RSVP page set up. We'll put a link in the description of this podcast that you can click through to. The route is going to be a 3-mile shakeout run just through Central Park. And then we'll have coffee, bagels, and New Balance shoes to try on. Yeah,
we can chit chat, take photos, all that stuff. And Meg, the bag that we were talking about, should I throw up the mock-up that we created, the design?
Sure.
We can show the picture of it.
All right,
But,
and we'll put the
yeah.
details in the description for that.
Yeah.
Um,
So definitely RSVP and come run with us.
man, I just realized I have to run a mile fast in like 10 days. What?
Yeah, it's gonna hurt real bad.
Dude.
If I do a workout tomorrow, what should I do?
Run as fast as you can for a mile.
Just a mile? I don't want to show my stripes before the big day.
Okay, do an 800.
Okay.
2 800s back to back, no rest.
I got it.
Or you could do four.
400 repeats,
Yeah.
no rest.
It's like a baker's dozen.
Yeah, 8 200s.
All right. Yeah, I guess we'll see. No, but seriously, what should I do if I
Start doing some strides, after your run, and then maybe do some 400s,
Okay.
and then get up there and race a mile.
Some people are saying it's downhill.
We should
No, I've heard it's not. I've heard it's hilly, and it's a slight uphill at the end.
Oof. Right when you need it.
And where on Fifth
What shoe
Avenue?
are you going to wear?
I have to wear the SC Elite, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What other shoe would you wear?
I think I'm going to go back to the RC.
Two?
The RC2.
Really?
What a wild
No, the
situation.
RC1.
Whoa.
It's the RC1. Because it's
How
Vazzy-
old is that?
The Vazzy
The phone's
Prism.
probably dead.
no, it's fuel cell that I've never touched. It's on a pair of like limited edition ones. I'm thinking about it. I'm going to try them on, but it's
I'm going to wear
nice.
my white SE3s.
Oh, is that the green and white ones?
Yeah.
What were those? I forget.
Something for school
Like
for
a park.
kids or something. Yeah.
You know what I also have, though?
Kids to learn to read good.
and want to. Kids who can't read well but want to.
All right. Sorry. Continue.
No, I don't even know what I was going to say.
Shoes.
Shoes.
Um,
You were saying you're going to wear the, what'd you say?
I'm just going to wear the SE Elite 3s, the white ones. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, probably same.
Yeah.
And
I mean, if I don't, I'll wear those.
do you know where it starts on Fifth Avenue?
I looked at the map one time. I don't remember. It's like along the park.
Okay.
You know what I could wear?
And it's at Trump Tower, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
They're under embargo, but I could wear my New York SE trainers or SE Elite.
You don't have those.
You have it?
I do have the
You
New
do?
York SE
Oh.
Elites.
Yeah, you can't wear those.
I can.
Okay.
Just can't talk about it.
All right.
If someone snaps a picture,
Not
it's
your fault.
Not my fault.
Yep.
Just sitting here running a mile.
All right. Speaking of shoes, let's talk about the
All right.
elephant in the room. Or wait, you have something to say, Robbie?
Oh, well, I was going to say we didn't talk about Worlds.
Oh, we
yeah.
didn't talk about Worlds.
I don't know. I actually did.
Shout out to Val for her silver medal. One of my favorite ASICS athletes that doesn't run.
Yeah, she's great.
Did you watch this weekend? It was actually
Probably my
really
favorite.
fun.
Doesn't
I didn't. I saw some of the YouTube videos,
Okay.
but I shout out to whoever's doing the YouTube videos now because it doesn't give away the winner and the title. Where NBC Sports, it drives me insane. Like for all the Olympics and everything
Shakira
else.
Richards wins
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
100 meters.
they will always put the who wins in the title of the video, and I'm like, come on, like
I have to say, she came out as one of my favorites of the entire event.
she did okay.
Yeah.
Shakari Richardson.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, I mean, it was pretty cool to see for sure.
The 4x100.
That was insane. Like I have
Oh
to say,
yeah, that race, I did see that.
as much as I've tried not to become a track person,
Yeah,
you watching that stuff, and I was just like, okay, this was pretty amazing.
yeah,
And man, did you see at the end when so Meg was out for her run. She didn't realize that the 4x100 was going on. So I recorded it on my phone and sent it to her. And for some reason it wouldn't play. But when she got back, I showed it to her. And that finish where she runs into the other guy and like, it almost looks like a body slam. Like
Yeah, when
get
they
him.
went to hug the Americans. Yeah.
yeah. And then I mean, it was interesting watching Jakob Ingebrigtsen and his performances.
Yeah.
because he was like pretty cocky straight up, and then
He had some trouble.
finished second in the 1500, which was a amazing.
How
race.
about that blowout?
Yeah,
That was
crazy.
insane.
Because that dude just shoot, what's his name? I always forget.
The
what-
British guy.
Yeah, Josh Kerr.
Yeah.
He the way his kick was just ridiculous.
That was a crazy. So we were watching, I think it might have been even a slow-mo of the 100 finish. And their bodies were like flat going across, and their legs were moving so fast that even the camera wasn't capturing their legs. So it's almost like remember the cartoons where they used to draw the circle and the thing, like their top of their bodies is just going. And their legs were just flying. But
it's crazy how fast they go. But I don't know. I like Jakob Ingebrigtsen because I like the swagger. I think running needs that. But at the same time, it is always a little bit satisfying to see someone get knocked down a peg. But then he came back and won the 5,000 meter. And
that was a fun race to watch too.
I don't know. He said he had the flu the whole week or was sick, but
me too.
Doesn't everyone?
We actually recorded the women's marathon, and then I got up and watched it in the morning, which was pretty good. It was
a little bit of
anticlimactic.
sad.
Lindsay Flanagan was the first American, right?
9th overall, I
think.
Yeah.
I mean, she killed it. She was awesome. I think she was super happy. You know, we're always rooting for Kira as well, and I don't think she had the finish that we were hoping for. But,
no, I think she was expecting to be higher up there too, but I mean, it was 80 degrees.
Oh, yeah, no one knows what's happening at that point. And who is the other American woman running?
Susanna Sullivan.
Okay, yeah.
She didn't have a great day either, I don't think.
But our British.
Oh, Natasha Wodak.
Yeah, or Canadian, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Canadian. I knew what you meant.
She crushed it.
I think she came in 15th.
Cool.
Yeah, she's 41 years old and running sub 230. Like, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
That was the other crazy thing, the numbers of how many people came in sub 230.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yep, that was that. And UTMBs this weekend for all you trail lovers. So we'll see what happens there.
Final check-in. I told you this one was going to be all over the place, and we really have wandered around during this podcast. So hopefully you're still with us, enjoying it. And I'm just going to wrap things up for you. Remember, stay in your lane, stick true to your training, do those easy runs easy, hit those hard workouts hard, and get some rest. See you next week.
And speaking of UTMB, Adidas Terex announced their super shoe. But speaking of super shoes, and the Coros is coming. Oh yeah, Coros dropped their 2 new models, the Apex 2 Pro Chamonix edition. And
I like how you said Chamonix.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Je ne sais quoi.
Ah,
is that the thing?
Yeah,
it is. That's French.
It's delicious.
We talked about it last week.
And then the
Bon appetit.
Jesus.
Yeah, gracias. And then the Coros. There's a Coros Pace 3 that just came out this week, which looks pretty sweet.
Okay,
I've been wearing it.
So here's what happened, and this is a good.
Me?
This is a good. You just got to check in an
flight.
AirPod. So here's what happened. So honestly, the Apex Pro 2 went to Megan, and she was gonna try this out because Megan runs the most miles, does the thing, battery life, all that stuff. So we got it, and she was like, "It's too big."
Yeah,
she didn't like the way it fit. It was too big on her wrist.
Yeah, it's a little big, but
I was getting the Pace 3.
Yeah.
So Pace 3 is the $229 watch, which I think is one of the best values in GPS watches out there.
Oh, for sure.
And it's got a 39-hour battery.
Yeah, 38 hours of GPS tracking, like 24 days of.
It lasts forever.
So I was supposed to get that. Being the gentleman that I was like, you can have the Pace 3. I'll take the Apex Pro 2.
It's this
and
one
you
fits
love it.
my
hand. No, it makes sense. The Pace 3 weighs.
It was like literally weighing me down.
It weighs 30 grams. It's actually smaller than the last one,
30
which
grams?
is crazy.
It's weird that it's smaller, thinner maybe.
It's thinner, and the
screen is bigger.
The screen itself is bigger, but the case is smaller.
Okay.
I will tell you,
the band is wider.
The GPS is noticeably more accurate.
Really?
Than my Apex 2.
Oh, interesting.
No, you have the Apex
1. One?
Yeah, you had the 1.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, and it's got the new heart rate sensor on it too. Yeah. So before it had 1 sensor, and now it's got 4.
It also has a touchscreen, and it also has onboard like music. So
Yeah, I haven't tested all these features yet.
Which-
Wait, how do you do the onboard music?
I think you just smash a CD. I think you put a USB drive into that on the side.
Do you? Like LimeWire?
I don't know.
Does
I'm
that do
always
it?
too like, if you have to do anything that involves more than connecting a cord to a watch, I'm good. I don't listen to music on the run anyway, so I don't care. So, but the for $229, the Coros Pace 3 is crazy. I feel like it's a crazy good deal. I don't know.
What does that say?
I mean,
I'm looking at my watch trying to pair up music.
No headphones found.
Oh.
yeah.
I gotta have headphones in?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Is it
It doesn't have
in
a
the watch?
computer.
It doesn't have a speaker on it.
No, but I thought it was pulling from this.
Oh.
And then I would just play it.
Oh no, it doesn't have Bluetooth. It's not like streaming through Spotify.
So you actually have
to add
put music to it?
Yeah, like like an iPod back. Which, by the way, do you have any interest in just bringing back the iPod?
I love the iPod Shuffle for running. That was one of the best. You made your playlist. It clipped onto your shorts.
Yeah.
You didn't have to have a phone with you.
I kind of just want the tactile feel of the click wheel. I want that back in my life.
I like that.
Are you like carrying it in your hand when you're running?
No, I just want it for general usage.
I liked the iPod Shuffle that didn't have a screen.
Yeah.
Like you just clipped it onto your pants. Now, if they could do
That
that
is
with
nice.
Bluetooth, so that because before you had to put the headphones on,
They could do it.
but that would be amazing because it's such a small little thing that you carry 200 songs, just clip it to your thing.
I'm
have
surprised
wireless.
I'm actually surprised they don't still make that.
I
I
know.
feel like you could sell a good amount with athletics.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
I'm
it's a
sure you
good
could
thing.
still buy, but yeah, you had to have it plugged in before, right? There's no Bluetooth version of that.
It had the jack for the headphone, but like if you had a Bluetooth and it was just a little square like that you could clip onto your shorts,
Yeah.
not even feel. I mean, I guess they're figuring that everybody's going to go to a watch and or phone. I guess they sell the Apple Watch.
I don't know. I still like. I think
Click,
maybe
click, click,
I bet
click,
in
click.
10 years, kids are gonna go crazy for the iPod. They'll do a re-release of like,
I still have one. I still have one that's probably got 4,000 songs on it.
and it works.
Yeah,
What generation?
it's like the white one with the click wheel.
Did it have the steel back?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's when they made good products.
Okay,
back then
I gotta
too.
tell you, I got really upset because I lent it to a friend who was going on an ultra run. This is back years ago.
There's
And
your first
he,
mistake,
he put it in a vest and let it jostle around.
dude.
Like the screen got completely scratched up,
Man,
and he totally destroyed it. And this is a dude who had loads of cash, and just gives it back to me like
really?
why
didn't he just buy his own?
well, that's the thing, but it's all because I had all that music on there.
Oh man, and
But-
that's the other thing. When you had that curated collection of music,
Mm-hmm.
it was so nice.
And so he gives it back to me. It's trashed, and he doesn't even acknowledge that I gave him a beautiful piece of hardware.
Right? Do you want to say his name out loud?
No.
Call him out.
No,
All right. Just was his name Chris?
no, you know who you are.
Just throwing out names, see if they stick.
Well,
We'll be here for
Are you
another 2
throwing out
hours.
Chris because he's
That's a common name.
okay?
No, not. Is there a Chris that's harmed you in your life? I know there's a Chris Hoggart that's harmed Megan in all her races. I like that we called him out 2 weeks in a row. Yeah. Anyways,
I think we should get.
let's do the shoe talk. Boom, boom.
Let's
Get
talk,
to it.
Let's talk about shoes.
It's a big one this week that Thomas overhyped.
It's big. Hey,
How
I
much time do we
don't.
have?
And we're hour in.
I
That'd be a
don't-
record for the shoe talk.
I don't think we are. I don't think that I overhyped this shoe. I overhyped.
A shoe.
I hyped a shoe that I tried on that felt like it was the thing.
That was deserving of the hype, said hype.
Yeah.
This is going to be interesting because on Monday we interviewed the Adidas Terex head of Elite Racing. So
Also named Robbie.
Robbie, yeah, not as cool as me, but
It wasn't Adidas
deal.
Terex. It was Adios.
Oh, did I say
Adi
Terex?
Zero.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Adi Zero. Yeah, my
Yeah.
bad. Too many Adidas products coming out this week.
We had to kind of dance around this one.
Yeah. So this is the Prime X 2 Strung. The first strung version of the Prime X, which if nobody knows,
Right here.
Yeah, it's the shoe that's 50 millimeters in stack height, Light Strike Pro midsole, energy rods in the first version.
Both first version, the one with strung and without.
$300 shoe, kind of a hit with a lot of people.
It was so fun.
Yeah.
It's a fun shoe. We talk about it illegal because it's 50 millimeters and you're not supposed to go over 40 for competition.
Right.
But for the average runner, the person out there having a good time, we don't need to worry about that. And this shoe has the bounce and the pop and the feel. It's a little heavier. This one weighed 9.7 ounces.
Version 1.
Version
what we're
1.
talking about right now.
This one, Robbie, how much do you think it weighs?
Version 2, I'm going to guess 11 ounces.
11.7, so it's 2 ounces heavier than the predecessor. So right there off the bat, you're going in the wrong direction.
I mean, this is the heaviest shoe I own.
I'm pretty sure it is for me too.
It's 9.25 ounces for my women's size 8, which is a half size too big for me. But I mean,
yeah, that's the other thing is that this version also runs at least a size long. I
felt it was fine.
I went a half size down. I think it was still too big for me.
But the real problem with this weight is it's all beneath your foot.
Mm-hmm.
Like the strung upper is light. It's this new knit tongue's actually quite nice.
Yeah, it's really nice.
It had a not a knit in tongue last time, and now it's integrated into the shoe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so for those listening, the whole deal with the newest version is that it's still like 50 millimeter stack height in the midsole. It has 3 layers of foam. So there's a top layer, then there's a carbon infused plate, then there's a middle layer in the forefoot, and then there's a bottom layer. Oh, sorry. Then there's another carbon infused plate and a bottom layer. So there's 2 plates, 3 levels of foam.
And what that should do
is create like a trampoline type effect.
a spring.
Right. And so imagine if you had 2 plates with a little thing in the middle, bounce, bounce with me. And is that the case?
It does do that. It doesn't.
It is bouncy.
It's super bouncy. It's got pop off the toe for sure. And the toe spring is a little more aggressive than the original. Or at least it feels more aggressive with that piece in there. The problem is I don't remember it feeling heavy when we had it at the running event.
Yeah, and granted, we ran a total of 20 feet in it at the running event.
Yeah.
But
it also
it was definitely a different shoe.
Yeah.
100%.
It had a different foam in between the 2 plates.
Yes.
And they're saying it's not a different foam.
It definitely was. The one that we saw was totally different. And it
also had a gap in the front.
There was a gap in the front and the back, whereas this has the foam fills it in
all the way to the toe.
Whole way to the toe, which obviously is going to create a less pronounced effect. It's going to dampen.
And that's the thing. Maybe it is the same foam, but maybe the way that where the puck goes, and it doesn't have, like, when I tried it on at the running event, I felt like I was going to bounce my way out of the room.
Same. And I was like, was that just a placebo effect? We're just excited to see the shoe. I don't think it was. I think it genuinely felt crazy. Like,
yeah. So for me, that was the most anticipated shoe to get this year. Like, I was so excited to get this shoe. This is like, I was like, if this is what I think it is, this will be my marathon shoe. And this is the whole mamma jamma.
And we made, in hindsight, I think we made the mistake of alluding to that too often, saying, oh, this is going to be the shoe that changes everything, blah, 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 which probably my fault to some degree since I was in charge of some of the articles. But we did, but we did think that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
When I tried it on, I was like, this is something I've never felt before.
Yeah, it felt unlike anything else. And then when you tried this on without running it, you kind of knew.
I was like, it feels different.
Yeah.
And then Meg was going out for a speed workout, and I was going out for a speed workout. And Meg was like, I'm like, why aren't you wearing the Prime X Strung? And she's like, it feels too heavy.
I was like, there's absolutely no way. Well, I was also doing like 800s or something. And I'm like, you can't possibly try and do that in these shoes.
And that's what's sad is because I felt like like there's a couple times when I was forced to run fast, like trying to cross the street before the light turned red, and then you're like, oh, this, you kind of feel that magic, or if you're going downhill, it's kind of nice, but to get to that speed, it's so.
Well, that was the thing.
Takes so much, and it's you can't really keep it going super fast because you just feel like you're
because you have bricks on your feet.
Yeah.
Well, Meg decided not to, and I was like, she's crazy. I'm taking these out, and I had speed work. So I'm out there. I'm like, when I'm warming up, I'm like, I can feel the bounce. I feel the toe. I'm like, okay, we'll see how it goes when I get to my intervals. And I think at the time I had 8 or 10 intervals, and I started doing them. I was like, wow, the shoe, like you feel when you try to pick it up, you feel the weight of the shoe.
Right.
And we've had some heavier shoes, like even I'll say the Nike Infinity RN, which is a heavier shoe.
Yeah.
But for some reason, because it's like distributed entirely over your foot, it feels lighter than it is. Where this one, I think because all the weight is on the bottom of your foot, it started to feel real heavy. So when I was trying to turn over, the harder I felt like I was working against the shoe to try to get my paces up.
Yeah.
I was able to do the workout, but it was a tough one. Like I felt like I was working against the shoe. So I didn't do any more speed workouts in it. But then later on, I did a 10-mile like easy run with the bastards, and which was a little faster than my easy pace, and it felt great. I just cruised along,
Really?
like, set it and forget it, and I was just like, this feels great, going a little faster than easy pace.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just because. Do you think it matters that if you're on the lighter end of the spectrum, that it's a shoe this heavy is going to make you feel a lot?
I do.
worse
I think there's
for
two
you?
things that are going to play into it. I think if you're a heavier, and it's funny because we had Alex Herms and Chad in yesterday filming our big guy shoe reviews. And I'm like, for those guys, the shoe is going to be amazing for a couple of reasons. One, you've got all that cushion underneath your foot. So when you're landing and you're a dude who's over 200 pounds or so,
Yeah.
this cushion is going to feel great. Two, you're going to really compress that foam under the toe. So you're going to get the most, like,
Oh, right.
I feel like maybe you and Megan
Yeah.
aren't applying enough pressure with your lighter weight. What do you weigh? 110?
Me?
Yeah. What do you?
135.
135. Megan, you're less.
Yeah.
When you land on this, I don't think you guys are going to compress the spring mechanism
Yeah, I
as
get it.
much as a dude or
Well, and they
a
said that
woman
the
that's-
foam. They said the foam in between, at least in the production model, it's not the same Light Strike Pro that's on the top and the bottom. It is a more resilient foam because it is getting pressed between two plates.
Mm-hmm.
So, right. So if you're not putting more force
It
down
does
on
feel
it,
different.
yeah.
Yeah. So I do think that maybe I get an advantage because you guys truly didn't like this shoe. Like you gave yours away and Megan
Well, to another reviewer, yeah. But
for someone else to try.
right.
Meg, because you still ran 50 miles in it or so.
Yeah, because I kept wanting to like it. I wanted it to work for me, and it's just.
Okay,
It's
so you
just-
ran probably the most of any of us. So yeah, what were your?
her and I about even. on it.
Okay.
I can't get over the weight. Like I couldn't get into a good rhythm because it just felt so bottom heavy.
And that's where we do differ because I found myself enjoying the shoe for easy runs and for the little bit of pickup in pace that I did on Saturday for the 10 miles. And my legs felt amazing afterwards. Like the cushioning, everything was perfect for that. So for me, I was like, this is a really good shoe for easy running and cushioned running and feeling that bounce. The problem is it's $300.
Yeah.
And I know that there's other shoes that I could get that satisfaction from.
For
Right.
half the price.
Well, I
Yeah.
wore the Brooks Ghost Max today,
Mm-hmm.
and that felt.
Oh, you finally got it?
Yeah,
What do you think?
it's nice. Yeah, I like that shoe. I felt like that was a good, kind of just balance of everything. It's not too heavy.
I
not
knew
too
you'd
light.
like it.
Feels durable. Like Yeah, so
And the cushioning falls into the Robbie zone of not too mushy.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I actually did like that shoe a lot. So I'll probably run in that some more. But in terms of maybe like the super shoe stuff, the New Balance SC Trainer, the V1, I feel like that's like the limit of my like heaviness combined with max stack type thing.
So you're talking like the light green SE Trainer.
Yeah, I felt like that was like a great shoe, but that's about as far as I'm willing to go on the
Weight.
scale.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this is 2 ounces heavier than the previous version. So this is actually lighter than the SE Trainer.
The first version or the second or the Prime X 2 Strung?
The Prime X Strung
The original one.
is lighter than
Right.
the SE Trainer.
Yeah.
And like, I feel like you get it. It's the same kind of stack feeling kind of
Yeah.
Right.
feel.
the
But again,
originals-
this is still 300.
But I'm saying on the second one, like that's just
It's just too heavy.
too heavy.
Yeah.
For me. I don't know.
I would say that like I probably I could see myself running in it again. Like I'm not throwing it into my pile of never running that again. I probably will. The problem that I would have as like recommending it to someone, I don't know that I could recommend the fun of the bounce off the toe is not enough for me to recommend it to someone for the price. I am interested to see if Chad or Alex review the shoe, what they think, because I have a feeling it will be a different experience. Now, when we were talking to Adidas, though, they were saying that the spring makes up for the fact that it is heavier, which I don't know that it does. But I'm thinking when you talk about lightweight, if you look at their pro athletes who tested this shoe and signed off on
Right.
this shoe, those guys are not heavy dudes.
I mean, but maybe they actually work out other muscles, unlike me. So maybe they are just stronger in general, and it doesn't. Do you think that matters?
No, because here I wanted to see the difference between because I'm going to finish my written review today. So I wanted to see the difference between the original and this one. The cushioning underfoot is similar enough, with this one being 2 ounces lighter. I don't know why you would go
Right.
with the Prime X Strung 2.
I don't know. And I'm wondering, yeah, and I do wonder where all the extra weight comes from, because I know there's the carbon fiber plates, but it's not that much
No, but they're carbon infused.
carbon. Yeah, I mean,
Like
carbon infused
I think the
plates.
way you lighten it up is you use a full carbon plate, but it'd probably be too expensive. And I would do a taco shape, so instead of it being two separate plates, it'd be one thin carbon plate.
I mean,
The original also has an entire cutout of foam on the one side that's now filled in.
Yeah,
that's
The
right.
puck.
no, I think.
Oh, you're
there's, like-
talking about on this side?
Yeah, wasn't there a? Oh yeah, the original. Yeah, like that. But I don't know if you can.
Eh.
Can you do that with the plate? You can't do that with the plates. Though.
I don't. I mean, I suppose you could, but it looks like if you see this here, Robbie, they've created a bridge
Right.
from it. But
Bridge to Terabithia.
yeah, I don't know about that.
Do you know what I'm talking
Oh,
about?
yeah, of course I do.
Wine Witch in the Wardrobe or something.
Yeah.
I'm
Got some
totally into
more
some of
apparel.
these. Yeah, some of these little niche brands. So Meg's wearing, and I'm wearing All World today, and I want to say they're from Chicago now, but then we also had Nord Apparel, who is out of Texas.
Yeah. You
And
mentioned
then-
them last week.
Yeah, and then we just got Praise Endurance stuff, which is from Canada.
We'll have to do a roundup of all the new brands that we're
Yeah.
into.
But all of them are good for different reasons. I ran in the Praise shorts this morning. I loved them.
Yeah.
Love them. Yeah, they have like a liner with a little pocket for your phone, but the top layer is kind of similar to like a Van Cortlandt material.
You know what I ran in? Sorry, not to interrupt.
No,
you.
go ahead.
Okay.
Was it a Legionnaire hat?
It wasn't, but it was Patagonia, the Trail Strider Pro shorts.
I like those.
Very nice. I never run in this. Very nice.
I have the.
You got them though.
Yeah, I got a
summer.
peach color, and they're really nice and light. They're really nice.
They remind me of the North Face better than Naked.
Isn't that what I told you?
I think you did tell me.
I
that.
did tell you
Yeah.
that.
They're very similar, which obviously I love.
Robbie's favorite.
And then the Patagonia duckbill hat, which is like their classic like mesh hat
Oh,
that
okay.
Durs
Yeah.
was wearing. And but the whole run, I think I came home from the run and Kimmy was like, is that supposed to be in your hat? And I was like, took it off. And you know how they have the felt liners in the hats when
Yeah.
they send them?
Yeah.
Brand new. I ran the whole run with it.
Nice.
Right.
Which the dudes I was running with were probably like, what's he doing? Because you can see it through the hat.
That's amazing.
Dome protection.
And not good for breathability, I should say.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So remember to take that out.
That's good.
But yeah, so anyways.
Yeah, so we've got lots of gear stuff that I think we should probably get that out soon, especially since it's that transitional season.
Oh yeah, yeah. And Rourke run amok.
Oh, that stuff.
Yeah, and did you get the running short too? There's like a new short that they had.
I don't think I got their running short. I got the
Okay.
pants, a long sleeve shirt,
Yeah, I mean-
and a button down kind of like that I can't wait for a cooler day to try out.
Yeah, they're like casual apparel is on point.
Yeah, mine is more, it's less performance, more casual.
Mm-hmm.
But that pant, I forget the name of the pant. What's
It's called the Layover 2.0 pant.
I really like that one, but you're probably going to want to go at least a waist size down
Yeah, definitely.
in it. Because I went with a 31-inch waist, which I kind of like 31 to 32. I'm like right in that range. And I think I need to go down to 30.
Yeah. Anyways, so that's some of the stuff. Well, we could probably
Good to go.
wrap this up a
Yeah.
little bit, but this is a long one.
All right. See you at the 5th Avenue Mile, hopefully.
Yeah.
Enjoy making some Megan's bagels.
Mm-hmm.
And then, Robbie, if you want to leave stuff at a Dunkin' Donuts counter, we're still accepting donations towards the Robbie Fund.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Always. Yeah.
All right.
And then you can find us at TGI Fridays in Times Square when we're there. Hitting up all the local spots.
Yeah, wait for us. Yeah, thanks to Brandon for editing this up. Megan, what do you got to say?
Hi, Ma.
There you go. Hey, and thanks to our sponsor, Electrolyte. I
Yeah.
feel totally hydrated, and I've just talked for like an hour.
So lit.
You need to
All
drink
right.
another bottle.
Yep.